Oh, hi there. Welcome to So Awkward. It's me, Don, internet celebrity and Dune enthusiast. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. I've been quarantined in my apartment eating pickles for a few months. But I'm back because the Dune trailer just dropped. I'm going to watch it. And maybe you'll watch it with me, and I'm going to give my reaction and thoughts on it. I am a Dune fan. I'm a Dune fanatic. It's my favorite book, maybe, if I had to pick. I don't know. It's certainly the book I've probably read the most, except for maybe Fellowship of the Ring or something. Or I love Heinlein, but I'm a big science fiction guy. I first read Dune in high school, and I haven't reread it every year since then, but I've probably reread it a dozen, maybe 20 times. The first book. The second book, I don't have them. I've got some of them here. Dune Messiah. The second book is pretty good. It's readable. Children of Dune is the most boring book ever written. Then it kind of gets interesting again with God Emperor or whatever it's called. Even though it's... But read the first book. It's great. Although every time I reread it, while there's certain things that I notice that I appreciate more, there's also different stuff that I think doesn't work. But that's maybe that's another video. I could talk about Dune for hours. Big fan. I said that just to get my cred out there as a Dune. I'm not gonna say Dune expert, but I know a lot about it. I even like the David Lynch movie, sort of. I think it's fun and entertaining. I own it somewhere. If you can make it through it, the first half is great. It goes off the rails. As an adaptation, it's terrible. Although some of it's pretty good. The Sci-Fi Channel ones, those are train wrecks. Those are terrible. Those are unwatchable in my opinion, but they're okay. But anyway, this one is by Denis Villeneuve, some French guy who's a very popular director. I've never actually seen any of his films, even though I should because he's a big science fiction guy. I tried watching that Blade Runner movie he did, but I hate the original Blade Runner. I think it's overrated crap. It's not crap, but it's boring as hell. It's pretentious, and so I couldn't really get into the sequel, but I should give it another try. People love it, and his Arrival or is that the Charlie Sheen movie? I did see that one. Anyway, let's check out this trailer. Holy shit. I think I'm like choked up. I wasn't that... I'll have to rewatch the footage. I don't know if I blinked. It looks good. So I wasn't... I'm like I said, I'm a fan of the book. I've also read some of the stuff by his son Brian, and it's pulpy, and it's kind of fun, but it's terrible. And I wasn't that excited for the movie, if only because... I'm sure it's going to be a really good film. But it's not going to replace the book. The book is unfilmable. It's unfilmable. But, boy, this looks really good. As a trailer goes, I don't know if this is going to... I would be interested to hear somebody who isn't a fan of the book. I'll have Jester watch it. Because I don't think... If you don't know the story, this didn't really show any kind of narrative. I don't think. I have to rewatch it. It looked like a bunch of scenes from the book, but I didn't necessarily... So as a trailer, I don't know if this is going to bring in people who aren't already Dune fans, but it's certainly gorgeous. And you see Paul, you see the Mother Gaius Mohayim, or whatever her name is, doing the test to see if he's a human with the Gom Jabbar in the box. You see Cheney is in there. Zendaya as Cheney, which I'm sure she's really good. She's probably a really good actress. I liked her in the Spider-Man movies, and I liked her on the show with Bella Thorne, Step Butt Up, or whatever, where she was a dancer. She seems really talented. My pick, a couple, like, I think last year I tweeted out, and nobody reads my tweets or knows that I'm on Twitter, and nobody cares. And I tweeted out, like, who I thought would be really good casting decisions. Maybe it was a few years ago. And my pick for Cheney was Joey King, who I think would be amazing. I think she's got the look, and she's a really good actress. I don't know enough about Zendaya, but she's certainly bewitching, and she's probably a really good actress. It's not a great character in the books. The book is, because Jester did try to read it once, and I don't know. Herbert is not great with female characters. They turned Liette Keynes into, they cast that character as a woman in this, which I'm fine with. Like, let's get some interesting women. Other than Jessica and Aaliyah later in the later books, she gets kind of interesting. But we've got the guy from Star Wars. The guy from Star Wars as Duke Leto. What's that guy's name? Oscar Isaacs. He'll be great. I don't know who's playing Jessica, but looks good. We got a lot of Batista in there as with a shaved head as I believe he's the Beast Raban. So they're obviously beefing up his character, that's an underutilized character in the book. You got the worms. I saw an ornithopter in there. Pretty sure it looked like a bug flying around. It looked really cool. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. You get a lot of Duncan Idaho, Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho, which I think it's very odd casting. And he did seem like a bro, my man. And they showed him having like a really cool looking sword fight, which if you know the book, it's only hinted at, and it's very cool if they're going to show it. It looks like they're going to beef up the action. There's some action in the book, but mostly it's like people sitting around talking about things that visions, but this looks like it's gonna be action packed. I'm still not on. We'll see Momoa is a charming guy, and Duncan Idaho is known for his charm. He's very popular with the ladies. That is part of the book. So maybe it's a great choice. I don't know. We'll see. We saw Dr. Yui in there with his the Sook school or whatever. Mark, very cool. It looks really cool. I'm excited. But again, if you comment down below if you haven't read the book, if you're not a fan of the book, like, what did you think of this? Was this just a jumbled mess? Because it may have been just a jumbled mess. I guess it's more of a teaser, maybe, but it was like 2 minutes or 3 minutes long. I'm gonna have to rewatch it a couple times. Yeah, I'm excited. But again, at the end of the day, it's just a movie, and I hope I don't know who's this kid in it. He's famous and well known and people respect. I can't remember his name. I've never seen anything he's in. But at least I liked Kyle MacLachlan sort of as Paul Muad'Dib, but he was also like 50 trying to play 12. Whereas this guy looks like he's 23 trying to play 12. So it's a little bit better. But I'm sure he's fine. He actually looks like a young man. So let's see how it goes. It looks cool. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know if I'm ever going to a movie again. Even if everybody's vaccinated and they completely get rid of it, the world has changed so much. My view of the world has changed so much. The way I interact with other people has changed so much. I don't know if I'll ever be comfortable in a movie theater. But I also have a nice TV, and I'm fine if I never have to go to a movie theater again. Anyway, this is Don. And as they say in Dune, Nanu, Nanu.